We have returned. We are here. It is.
We did it.
It's even Wednesday. I mean, like
It's
not even like
back to business.
back to the old school days.
Yeah, this is old school. This is so April 2023.
This is so 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. Well, welcome in, everybody. Episode 57 of Prep Talk Live. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch. Joining me in the NASA orange cocoon is Tup the Urban Prepper. He is, I believe, broadcasting from inside of a parking cone or something like that.
It's a soundproof room that I have. It's actually better acoustics than my home studio space. So, and I'm on my phone, and I have like my telemarketer headset, so I could
Tup is broadcasting from inside his panic room.
Yes,
he's been there.
It's the panic room. Yeah.
This is what's going on. So welcome in, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I think to start everything off, high level, for everyone who joined us on the last episode, it was a bit of a. It was
crazy.
It was a scary episode. It was a bit of a turn and a different direction for us. I texted Tup multiple times over the last 2 weeks to see how it was going on. I got nothing from him until an email 3 hours ago. Hey, do you want to stream? And I was like, are you alive? Is everyone okay? So I feel like everyone who's watching are hardcore people who are here, everybody who's listening on the podcast. Tup, how are you? How's the family? Do we still have the crazy neighbor? What is the current situation?
Yeah, we're alive and well. Sorry for being MIA. It's been for those of you that didn't tune in last week, had like a scary incident with a crazy neighbor that was wanted to be taken out. Wanted to be taken out. Wanted to end a life by the police in any means necessary. It was a real scary time. I had to evacuate everyone from the home, and then we've been on high alert since that time. There's nothing on that level has happened since then, but we're still, and my family's back at the house now, but they're not. The kids are too scared to sleep in their own bed, so everyone's sleeping in our bed, the adult bed, and I'm over on guard duty still on the bed closest to where the situation is, and I have our perimeter, cameras in motion and all these things. We're still on high alert on that end. So, but everyone's sleeping at home. There's a couple different things been going on with court orders and things like that, and some temper tantrums with this particular person that's going through a kind of a mental crisis right now. And but yeah.
Is it possible that person threw the parking cone that you are currently broadcasting inside of?
Yeah. I think from what it sounds like they got. I guess when you threaten, police and women and children and elderly neighbors, I guess you just assume that the court's not going to contact you. So, and then when they do contact, then I guess you get upset about that. So, so I think that's what happened. I think they had a little temper tantrum on the next phase of things, and but we actually had nothing to do with that. So it's been definitely a wild ride, and we're trying to make the best of it, and we don't want that to kind of ruin our day-to-day lives. We had a really good Memorial Day weekend, and we've just been on high alert, and security measures are in effect right now. I have my perimeter defense. I have if I need to send the drone out with my drone link, I have some pre-programmed software with some surveillance routes. That's ready to go too. So if I need to, but I haven't had to use that one yet.
So I'm imagining a couple of things.
Yeah.
I'm imagining, first off, everyone is, I think, relieved and grateful that you all are safe, that the family's back, that the police are involved. I think I had a few people who I knew who watched the stream who were texting me like, "Do we need attorneys? Do we need what red flag laws? What can we do to help?"
Well, we definitely don't want this this person to go take it up the next notch. That's for sure. But yeah, I'm sleeping in my soft body armor and stuff. That's my pajamas now. So
so cozy.
Yeah, but that's going full prepper. That's I think a all American prepper always rolls in body armor, but I don't know. It's not normal for me. But yeah, uh, yeah, it's yeah, they're involved and the courts are involved and everything. We're trying to distance ourselves from it as much as we can because we don't want to set off anything. And it's we were just trying to overall just trying to distance ourselves. And but I apologize for being MIA. It's just been a little crazy. And then also my father-in-law has been going through some health things, which my wife has been real busy with, and that's also going on at the same time. So
you know what, we're glad that you're okay.
Yeah,
we're more than anything, we're just glad you're okay. Like we'll get in touch and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I might need to call the preppers to preppers. We need to 24-hour surveillance, and I need to do some shifts. Get Casey over.
I'm imagining in your house, like the bed looks something like in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, like the original, where all the grandparents are all in the one bed together.
Well, that's
it's like
not the bed that I'm in. It's just me, because I'm on duty. But and I'm like not in normal pajamas. I'm in like ready to rock type stuff. But on my wife and the kids are all Willy Wonka style, like Grandpa Joe.
I imagine that they're like Willy Wonka style in the bedroom. That you have turned the house into the Home Alone.
There's some aspects to that,
with paint cans and the all of the elements and all that sort of stuff. And then you have like something like it was like Batteries Not Included. Did you ever watch that movie? With
no,
like
I've heard of it.
Robots. Okay, they were like little robot aliens, and they came down to Earth or whatever. And they would like fly. And I just imagine your drone is like sitting there ready to just fly out the bedroom window like Tinkerbell or something. And, like,
the drone is ready to go, so the batteries are charged. It's ready to rock. If I need to have a perimeter defense, it's kind of like testing out some of the prepping gear in a way. So in one way, as a prepper, it's kind of, I don't want to say it's fun, but it's kind of fun to test out your gear, and so it's not just your gear, but it's testing out your like kind of protocols and stuff. Because and I think a lot of preppers do that for like earthquakes or just about general evacuation, but this is more of like a home defense type thing. And so I don't know if I made a video on that as far as like all the exterior doors we have. I have pepper spray like located in all of them for quick access. There are some Home Alone type, if someone were able to get through some of the other perimeter defenses, that it's to help alert. And I'm definitely not sleeping well. But
do you have a Michael Jordan cutout on a train?
Yeah, that's. I was like, my son loves that movie. He's always been inspired with it. So.
Yeah, well, and I figured that based on everything that was going on, I figured we just make the topic like ways to keep your family safe at home and everything like that. And just tips and tricks and stuff. We've had when we were talking last week, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We had two families that we know had incidents of crime. And so we were dealing with that, and I thought that was going to be the headline.
Yeah.
Little did I know Mr. 1 million followers was going to come on in here and be like, we're under siege and the police are here and all that sort of stuff. Just take the sales out. So I figure you've probably got some really great ideas. I'll pepper in a couple of them here. But I figured it would be a good time to just kind of remember some of those things that you can do at home that just kind of keep the family safe that you may not think about or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any tips beyond like what's already been covered. I mean, I think again, like having your EDC on you at all, it's not your EDC unless it's on you at all times. I was real proud of my son for having his version of his EDC ready to go because he used it like during an evacuation situation, and I thought I was real proud of him for doing that. So again, like we've had to kind of reevaluate like some of our cameras, our locations for those, like the alerts for those, not have false triggers on some certain things. for example, my wife we're also doing our home gardening and stuff, and so she's in our.
Did she put cameras in the pepper plants?
Well, she's really upset because she didn't get the same peppers, that she only got the Carolina Reapers, which is the hottest one. But she also has these mason bees, and her mason bee operation is expanding exponentially. It's because these, and so like the mason bees keep triggering certain cameras, and it's so then I'm on high alert, and then it's just the mason bee. So we're having to evaluate some of those things, and I think in summary, it's good to test out your gear and your systems that you have and your protocols, and whether it be an earthquake or a fire or an intruder type thing. We're kind of working out some of the kinks and some of the vulnerabilities there, but I don't know if I have any tips beyond that other than always being ready, because you never know once one SHTF happens. Like what an SHTF doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the world or World War III. It could just mean a bad guy's trying to break in or something like that. So
it could be your neighbor's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I remember, I'm pretty sure, I think you made a video on the pepper spray.
I don't know if now I'm forgetting. So.
So either you made a video, or I have a couple of defensive specialist friends who have offered to come in and do like interviews and stuff at some point. So I may bring them in either onto the Cascadia Dispatch, or we'll bring them somewhere else. We have to be a little careful about how we word some things, just because. But they were talking about the pepper gel and the pepper spray.
Yeah. What they say about it
everywhere. So I've got it at every exit or entrance to the house. I've got it in both of our bedside tables. I've got one in the kitchen, in a cabinet. I've got they're in the cars, in the front seats. And then also in the back, because we have SUVs. So if the hatches open and someone were to kind of be lurking around, you wouldn't maybe have time to get to the front seat. So we've got one in the back and one in the front. I've got it in all of the bags that we usually carry with us. So it's in my laptop bag. It's in my wife's purse. It's in, it's in the kind of, I have a couple of smaller bags that are a little more casual that I'll take out.
So like I have it on my bags, like the same, like ready to go type thing. Exactly. Although I keep finding that it keeps activated, like the knob turns on it, right? So right now it's ready to go. I don't know if you can see the hole on it, but that's a kind of a problem, because I don't want to accidentally blast myself with pepper spray or pepper gel.
Is that because I've got there was a gel. Sabre makes a gel.
Yeah, that's what we use.
It's called it's their tactical one. Yeah, I think it's the same gel. But what I like about it is it comes with a little holster canister, little nylon pouch that it goes in that protects you so you don't accidentally hit the trigger.
Okay.
And so, and it doesn't actually, you have to, it's not hard, but you just have to open the little flap and then you can push the button in.
Okay, that helps out. Yeah, I keep finding that mine are always in the ready to go position, and I didn't put it there, and I'm always worried. Oh man, someday that's gonna that's
gonna go off.
That's gonna go off.
Gonna be a problem.
We did buy. I don't know if you've bought the Sabre, the practice ones. It's filled with kind of like a water solution, basically. So we've done some practice drills with the kids and stuff, because if they ever needed to. I don't want them using the real. Because I've done it many times, because for video purposes, with a gas mask, I'll spray myself with it and see what happens. But the kids haven't done it, so we purchased some of the. They're the blue ones, so they're not red, they're blue, and it's like a water sluice, so you can actually see, what is this actually like to spray, and what's the distance and everything. So I think that's probably pretty good to do. So.
Okay, I did not know that those existed. I will be finding those and getting them, because I haven't really played around with it a whole lot, just because I didn't want to use it and hurt anyone. But if there's a practice one, that would be 100%. So that I think the pepper spray has been a big one. I think the security system stuff. I've gone big into I talk a lot about the gray man versus the yellow jacket mentality.
Yes.
And
that's a brilliant analogy.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really good.
And, if we ever have a gray yellow jacket, that would be a whole different thing. But the idea of just making our house look unattractive to a criminal person compared to the other houses in our neighborhood. And I feel bad about that, we're basically, it's kind of like how fast you need to be to outrun a bear, just faster than the last person in the line or whatever is the saying or whatever. So we have all of our exterior lights now are on timers and sensors. We have the cameras up all over the exterior of the house. We have the sticker signs in our front window and back windows that show that it's video cameras, that it's security permit from the city, that all of that stuff is there. So just trying to make it, if somebody's walking by and looking for something quick, that our house does not look like it would be worth the trouble that maybe somebody else's house on the block might be.
Some deterrents then, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're looking at possibly upgrading our camera system. I don't know if people in the comments have recommendations on it, because like my brother has a newer camera system that is able to detect whether it's a human or a bug or a cat or whatever. And like right now, we're getting false alarms on Mason Bee, so I need to I need to get some AI, or I need to get some Chat GPT AI camera alerts that are a little smarter then.
Yeah. We have friends that they were mentioning the other night that their cameras could like detect animals and things. I thought our cameras were good. We don't get a lot of animal false alarms, but we'll get, depending on like street traffic,
a car.
We'll get cars and stuff. But the animal thing, especially if it's right by like a beehive or something, every once in a while I'll get at night, if it's in night vision mode or whatever, and there's like a bug that goes through and it's seeing the reflection of the light, then we'll get that.
We've been getting those, and right now I'm sleeping with the alarms. They're audible alarms, so if the camera goes off, I'm waking up, and because I think something, and then it's a spider or it's a Mason Bee or whatever it is. So I'm thinking I think it's time to upgrade. We have the Arlo 2s, and I think those are actually getting end of life within Arlo because they want to make more money or something. So
we got go ahead.
I was going to say the lighting, the home lighting is a nice deterrent too, because they're like bad guys are like cockroaches, where they don't like light, big bright lights shined on them. So
pink flight. Yes, I put lots of signs out that say "Go next door," or maybe not next door, maybe just down the block, whatever.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's the like things that I saw on 2020 and 60 Minutes when I was like in my teens, when it was like Dateline and whatever, are the things that I'm now like applying of like, okay, make your house look unattractive, but comparatively. But yeah, we have the Ring cameras. And we got the Ring cameras.
My brother has those ones, and he's pretty happy with those. So
they're great. We get the little false alarms every once in a while, but not big. But I like it because we also have the Ring security system now, and that works really, really well. And the cameras then tie into the security system, and so you can actually tie motion from the cameras into actions from the security system.
Cool.
You can like the panels are wireless, so we don't have to put them. Our old security system, you had to like put it on a wall and hardwire the power into it. These, they just recharge with like a USB, and so we can basically put them anywhere in the house. So we can have full arm, disarm, panic button, call the police, whatever, in multiple rooms of our house if we wanted to. And the hardware is not as super expensive to add on to. So really like that. The other thing that the Dateline thing was getting your garage door openers out of your car.
Yes.
Yeah, we haven't had garage door openers in our car for a few years. We have a app controller. We have a keypad on our garage if we ever need it. We also don't usually go in our garage. We usually go through the front door. but we had friends. Somebody broke into their car, took their garage door opener out, opened their garage door, and then the door between the garage and the inside of their house, they didn't lock that. And so the guy, the husband happened to be awake and thought it was a neighbor opening the door. And as he opened the door to the laundry room to go check the garage, the bad guy was opening the door into the house, and they met in the laundry room. So 100% make sure that if you have a remote control garage door opener, that you get that out of your car, or you lock it in a glove compartment or something if you're not there. And make sure to lock the door into your house from your garage if you have a full garage. Yeah,
my in-laws had the same problem where they had their garage door openers in the car. And what they did is they took the garage door opener and then they waited a couple days and then they opened it later to steal stuff, and they stole a bunch of stuff out of the garage for that. So yeah, we've never kept ours in the cars, like on the visor, because of that.
Yeah.
And I know there's differences between like if your car is if your garage is detached versus whether it has access to the home. There's different, like the law is a little different. No, I'm not a legal expert or anything, so don't give if you're watching. But I thought it was like something like whether it's a burglary or there's different classifications depending on whether there's access to the house from the garage or not. So
that's interesting.
Yeah, there's some nuances there that I'm forgetting all the right terminology and stuff, but I know that it does make a difference on how you could handle certain situations with that. So
yeah, I would imagine that it's probably like the garage is more of like a shed or an outbuilding.
Yeah.
Versus if it's attached to your house, then it's part of your house, and so if you're going to do more of a like castle law or stand your ground or something, you have a different legal argument there. Again, we are not attorneys. We barely are adults. Do not listen to anything that we say.
We have Optimus Prime in the background. That's
which I have an alert on my phone. In 3 hours, the new Pac-Man set comes on Lego.com early, so that'll be showing up here soon. It's super cool. I'm so excited. But yeah, so if you, and what we found out is that the guys who were breaking into cars and then going into houses, they weren't going in to steal stuff. What they were doing was going in to get purses that were hung by the front door or by the back door, get the keys, and steal the second car.
Ooh, that's they're getting more and more clever. These
exactly. So we have started also now moving purses and keys and wallets and all that sort of stuff either further into the house or hiding them, putting them in a concealed location.
Now I got to upgrade my key situation, because I think ours are right. We have some hooks right in the front door. So
yeah, that was we used to keep them right at the front, and then we were like, well, actually, if somebody's going to just kind of come in and try to take that, we probably need to make that a little more difficult to have or to find.
Yeah, we're looking at upgrading our front door, because we have I have one of the armored doors. What's it? Armored Concepts, I think, is the brand that I have. Shout out Armored Concepts. But that's if
hashtag
someone tried
sponsored,
to hashtag sponsored, hashtag affiliate link. That uses the long screws, but it basically makes it so you can't kick in the door, and it's like super reinforced. But our front door has like a glass front, so it's like doesn't make a lot of sense to have the armored door on that. But now we're like, oh man, we got to upgrade to the door, so it's harder to kick in there.
Like a cartoon style bank vault door.
Yeah.
Like with the little spiky handle and the spinning where it's
that'd be more like it. That's
the kids come home from school and it just like creaks, and there's like the depressurization like clouds that they have in cartoons where and then it slowly opens.
Yeah, I think we have we've upgraded where they're all 3-inch screws that are in there for the bolts and everything like that for the door. But it's still like Yeah, having a solid door that doesn't have a big thing of glass in there is probably better. So we're having a heck of a time because our appliances are all seem to be breaking at the same time. So I need a new dishwasher, I need a new oven, and the front door is down on the list. So
oh my goodness. I think quick comment: keep a key fob in your bedroom. If you think someone's breaking in, you can set the car alarm off.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Good one. Yep. You can also do that with like your spare key. So a lot of times, if you've got a key fob or a key with buttons or something, you've got the one that you usually use that's on your key ring. You keep your spare key like in your side table and then have access to it. It will probably have a better battery and better range as well.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
I just thought of that right now because I'm very smart.
It's the ideas. Whenever we talk, the ideas just start flowing.
This is the greatest brainstorm of things we need actually get done.
And we need like an assistant, a personal assistant that just makes all the videos for these ideas that we come up with.
We do. I'm like, if we took these,
like an intern. Do we need an intern already?
I think we need an intern. I think we do. I think we need a staff.
Prep Talk Live. Yeah, if you want to be an intern for Prep Talk Live, you submit your applications. It's a non-paid internship, but it's good exposure.
Exactly. That is a fascinating idea.
YouTube interns for channels.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's really
someone puts it on their resume.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to be a video editor, we would love to have you. You can use that as your portfolio stuff. Yeah. That will be. We'll write you a letter of recommendation.
That's actually not a bad idea. Actually,
like 10 seconds ago when I was realizing.
Again, the ideas are flowing. The ideas are flowing.
We're getting the rust off. Is what's happening. We're just coming back. So I think another thing too, and this is one of those. It's controversial, but we're a controversial show. So
we're probably the most controversial program out there on YouTube. Yeah, pretty edgy.
So Alexas or the Echo Dots or whatever, or Voice, Siri, Google Home, whatever you want. A lot of people don't like to have them in the kind of prepping community and everything because they feel like they're being spied on and all of that sort of stuff. I will say it is amazingly wonderful to, if you hear a noise or something, to just be able to yell, turn on house, and have all the lights in your house, outside and inside, turn on instantaneously.
Yeah. There's some really cool videos on TikTok and on others where they have like an alert, like kind of an Alexa alert mode where it changes all the lights, they start blinking red, it does some of the siren stuff, like it's like a big deterrent. Like there's something to that, and I don't think maybe I should look into that. I don't like having those kind of devices in like private areas, but public ones I'm okay with. So
yeah, I keep all of ours only in the bathroom.
Yeah.
That way I feel like they're out of sight, out of mind,
If someone wants to listen to that,
yeah, exactly.
That's just gross.
Yeah.
I don't want any of the ones with the cameras on them. Like, I don't.
Yeah. And I think that's one of those interesting things where it's kind of like, I think in the prepping community and things, there are things like the hoarding versus prepping debate of like, where is the line between hoarding and prepping? And someone might feel like the line is a little bit over here. Someone feels like the line's a little over there. There's a little bit of personal taste and preference in that. Either way, I feel like this is another one of those with technology where it's kind of like some people are very much anti collecting data, or feel like their data or anything else could be collected and used against them.
Yeah.
Still am not 100% sure what they think it's going to be used for. But they're very adamant that they don't want it to be used while they have their iPhone in their pocket and they're, wandering around and all of that sort of stuff. But then you've got people who are like, hey, I don't want to necessarily put my social security number out there or whatever, but like, if there's something that can make life easier or take the value of that technology and use it actually to further my prepping goals, that there's a value there. So it's kind of an interesting, like we should almost have like a roundtable debate. We'll bring in like all of the.
I think it's definitely interesting because your phone is like your biggest, like that's your biggest tracker of you. but yeah, I mean, I have the drone and it's programmed, and there's coordinates and stuff that they could technically get. Yeah, I think you have to just kind of figure out what you're most comfortable with. But it would be definitely nice to have a alert thing that changes all your lights and stuff like that. With put spotlights outside, sends the drone up. You could probably get out all that pre-programmed. That'd be pretty sweet. Like that'd be pretty sweet where you say you could use Alexa to send the drone up.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it could be interesting too. Like I've been playing around with so our Ring cameras connect to like Fire TVs and that sort of thing. So we can actually see the app. Like we have the app on our phones, but I think we can use Alexa to actually say, like, put the camera images up on the TVs that we have. Or up on, like, we have the Echo Show in the kitchen for like recipes and all that sort of stuff. But it would be interesting to like have like a red alert mode where it would change, like all the lights would be red, the cameras go up on the screens, the sound is some sort of like heavy metal rock sound or something like that. And
that's just those are deterrents, and I think that would I like it.
I mean, I bet you could program it to do like barking dog, because you can have multiple. We have them throughout our house. So, like, I bet we could do it so that, like, one of them starts, like, a dog barking sound.
I debated with setting up some kind of, that was a video I was going to do, and I never did it. I wanted to hook up some nice speakers by the front door area, so then, and having, like, a if then that type thing, a little program set up where I could have dog barks, and I was trying to find the right dog bark sound that would be the scariest, like some German Shepherd style one. But yeah, I think it's a great idea. So
you should get like a cardboard cutout of Lassie then.
Yeah, and well, because we have little toy dogs, and so they're not intimidating at all. So,
do you remember the robot dogs when they came out? And they were like the cool, like amazing consumer electronic. They were like $600 or something, but they were these little robot dogs, and they would like do tricks and bark or
kind
whatever.
of. Yeah,
they didn't do much, but like they were at CES, and so everyone thought they were the coolest. It was before the dancing. They had the little dancing man robot from a couple years ago. So the dog was before that. You can get one of those, and I wonder if you could like plug Alexa into that and tell it, like, have Alexa make it do tricks.
And maybe pretty soon we'll have those what is that, the Boston Robotics, those creepy AI ones that are that come out. Alexa, send the dogs, and that AI robot dog looking thing comes out, and it goes into I don't
know. Okay, that's another thing that I just we have great ideas on this show.
Yeah. Again, if you want to be an intern, please submit your application.
I know that you can connect like Roomba, iRobot, and Alexa together. And I've seen a lot of TikToks and things where people like put their cats on the Roomba, or they put like the Bumbo baby. I don't remember what the seat's name was. We had one for a little while, but it was like Up a Baby or a Boomba Baby or something. And they put the kid in, and then the Roomba goes around. Yeah. Like you put the cardboard cutout of the dog.
The Home Alone technique,
and then you make like the action code, like Alexa, release the hounds or something, and just have all the Roombas go out your house.
That could work too. Someone writing this down. We got these good ideas.
Yeah, the Alexa's writing it down, and it's sending it to Jeff Bezos, and he's copywriting it right now as we speak. Look here, Chuck wants to be an intern. Chuck.
We need Chuck as an intern.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Chuck, you're hired.
Yeah,
you're hired for no pay. That's fantastic.
Yeah, we need. Yeah, it's good experience for.
This is something that I've seen and considered a few times. And
I have looked into that. Yeah.
What have you? Because I think they use it for like hurricane zones and stuff to make sure that. And we don't have hurricanes, but I was like, that would really be beneficial because they show like 2x4s being stopped going through the windows and stuff like that.
Those are pretty awesome. Yeah, I've looked into those because we have some front, kind of like a bay window, and we when like during in like 2020 and stuff, we were worried about people going down the neighborhoods and throwing bricks and stuff like that. And I looked into the security film, but I just never got it. But yeah, maybe for the front door. Yeah, it's kind of like a decorative kind of window, so I don't know if it would fit as well, but it would definitely fit on like the bay window stuff. And I have looked into it, but I've never tried it myself. But I'd be interested to see if it's worthwhile.
All right, we may have to make a video about that. We may have to.
Let's get a turn to do that'd be a first project for.
Exactly. Yeah, Chuck, we're gonna put that on your list. He says, long hours and no pay.
Yeah, that's
what more could you want?
Yeah,
and that's the right attitude. That is 100% the attitude we're looking to join. Somebody has it. Oh. So Mr. Landfill has a security film. Great stuff.
Okay.
What have you thrown at it, Mr. Landfill? Is this like the Tesla Cybertruck windows that were supposedly like bulletproof and unbreakable until they were on stage and they threw like a pop can or something at it and it shattered it repeatedly?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at how you just added something to my shopping list.
Well, if you had Alexa's, then Alexa could add it to your shopping list. You wouldn't have to.
Costing money. So.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I think we had a good spot. I think we came back. We said hello. We had a great conversation. This is my first mobile setup too. So I could be on the go wherever, and we could drop into Prep Talk Live. So I could be at a park I love that. I'm gonna have to make a mobile setup as well. But we'll have to do like a whole thing. Really, all this means is we got to buy more stuff.
Yeah, as long as the headset sounds okay. I don't have my my AirPods or anything. So hopefully, as long as this sounds pretty good, then yeah, it might work out.
All right. Well, we'll keep testing it out. We'll see what we come up with.
Cool.
And either way, if I sound better than you, that's totally fine with me.
Yeah, you sound really nice.
Thank you.
It's a soothing voice. I want your voice to be on like my GPS, like when I use Waze. I want it to be Cascadia Dispatch, and
I like that. That would be fantastic. They have so many fantastic.
If you were a voice assistant like Siri, but it was just Casey. Hey, Casey. Yeah. It's just you.
I think I have my Waze. I think at one point was set to either Morgan Freeman or Colonel Sanders or something like that, and that was fantastic.
I had mine as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I loved it.
I love when they come up with the voices. The voices are fantastic. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us. We will be back next week. Not sure if it'll be Wednesday or Friday. We'll figure that part out. Keep an eye out on the pages for the notice of when it's going to happen. But Tup is safe and sound-ish. And I am reporting from Legoland, so that's totally fine. Be safe. Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.
See you.